Elliot Marks. I'm often known as just E-Marks on the DJ forums. Today I'll show you that we have a new, it's called the Innofader PNP. What this is basically we took the original Innofader and we've made it much simpler to install. One thing you can see if you want to zoom in on it, we have basically when it comes in the box, it'll come in test mode. And it actually has an onboard test with 2 LEDs. So basically the way, I'll show you in a bit, it's basically when you test, you look for the LED to be green. If it's good, the green comes on. If the cable's reversed, the red comes on. You power off the mixer, turn it back on. So I'm actually going to do a quick demo of that. Basically here I have a cable that comes with the Innofader PNP. We'll plug in here. And then I'll plug into the 4-pin cable here. So what I'll just turn it on. Now you can see on the PNP, the red LED is on. So all I do now is just take the cable and reverse it, and the green comes on. So once the green comes on, turn it off, take the jumper, put it in the running mode, and now when I turn it on, you can see that it's set up. So we'll just do a standard curve. Okay, it's set up so that it's a working fader now. So it's very easy to install. It's foolproof because when you plug it in, you won't burn anything. It'll just do tests first, and then once you get it right, you just switch the jumper and then you plug it in. So basically I'll show you, the other thing we did is that we have the calibration on the unit. I mean, basically everything is on the fader itself, so it makes it much easier. And the other thing we do is it's also set up so that, like I'll show you with the 4-pin cable right now, because I've set this up so that right now it's working with stereo VCA. So when I change the curve, like I can actually sharpen the curve, like both, like this one's, I've got the curve sharper, and so like now I can make it like a really sharp cut in if I want, or I could go the other way, and sometimes people want to actually soften the curve a bit, so that makes it a softer curve. Now one thing that made it more complicated before is that let's say you have a mixer which just has a mono setup where there's just one VCA control, and a lot of MIDI controls are like that. The problem that happens is, if you have the fader in the middle, if you have the curve in the middle, the fader's balanced, there's no problem. But let's say if you sharpen the curve, then what'll end up happening is the cutoff point will be unbalanced. So we did on the mini Innofader, to make it much simpler to install, if you have a 3-wire or even like a 6-wire cable, usually it's a mono cable. And so I'll plug this in, I'll show it with a mono cable. I'll put this back into it was in the test mode. That's when you get the fader, it's going to be in the test mode. So I'll plug that in, and it's green, so I know it's good. Turn off the mixer. Now the fader's working, and now what you can see is that I've got the same cut on the left as I do on the right. So it's just one thing it's one less thing to think about when you're installing the fader. It's all built right into the Innofader PNP. So now we can go over here. I can show you what actually comes with the PNP. It's basically the same goodies of the lube and the knobs, and actually I don't have a second knob here, but it's going to come with 2 knobs. So we get a lot of people asking for replacement knobs. You'll have an extra knob right in the bag. So and now the other thing when people ask about is like on denim mixers, there's actually a special connector that they use. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, here. Yeah, on the denim mixer, we have a special cable that goes with denim mixers, and then we have another one. We have 3-pin cable that I showed you. There's actually 2 4-pin cables that come with this. I got this mixed up. There's going to be a 4-pin which is bigger and the 4-pin which is smaller. So basically any mixer you use, it's going to be you plug it in or you reverse it. So and the other thing it has here is we have a DJM 800 plate and a DJM 900 plate that comes standard with the PNP, and also the original adapter plate that works with like standard and Vestax mixers. So I guess now I'll show you. We're now introducing what we're calling the mini Innofader, or Innofader Mini. Basically what it is, it's the same Innofader technology. It's the same no contact. It's very smooth. And but what we did is we made it really tight and compact. And to start with, we've had a lot of people want to put the Innofader in MIDI controllers, but it's too big and it's actually a little bit too expensive for most MIDI controllers. So we took the whole concept of the Innofader and we made it really compact. So we made it in this format. Now, pretty soon you're going to see this in a lot of products because a lot of people know the Innofader is a quality product. We're basically setting up, it's going to be a very high life product, and so probably I'd say middle of this year, towards the end of this year, you'll see the mini Innofader. So now one more thing I wanted to show with the Innofader, just to make it foolproof, one thing we're doing on not just the PNP but also the Pro in the future is that we're putting an insulator card on the back. Because before we had issues like when people were testing the fader, let's say you had a mixer over here and you put the fader on the mixer, the problem is the mixer's metal, and if you connect metal to metal, you might short something out. So this will make sure that you don't short anything out. So hopefully, our original goal with the Innofader is we wanted to try to make sure it's compatible with as many mixers as possible. But we found out from customer feedback and from all the various glitches that go on when people install it, that sometimes they get short out. So we were trying to make it easier to install and more foolproof, basically. Okay, and anyways, thank you DJ Forums for coming back. We're all really excited to be back in the forums.